Hello YouTube, my name is Scott. Today I want to make a video. I'm talking about ASL grammar, and I know I've been making a lot of shorts recently, but I want to teach you guys how I can put all of it together and how to put the words together. Because what's the point of just teaching a bunch of words if you don't know how to put it together? I've been teaching a lot of idioms, a lot of words. Seems like a lot of people have been liking and commenting it, and people are interested in learning sign language. So I've been doing this for a long time. I work as an interpreter. Right now I'm not working today, but yeah. So basic ASL grammar is topic, comment, or you can say subject, predicate. And topic, comment, and subject, predicate is the same exact thing. Like, subject, predicate is just a fancier way of saying topic, comment. Oh, that is this most simplistic way I could describe it to you guys. And you can put, say, object, subject, verb. So you can sign an object, subject, verb, or there's something called topicalization. So that's when you're using the object as your topic. So for example, I can say ball is the object, I throw. Ball, I throw. So ball is the subject. No, sorry. Ball is the object, I am the subject, and the verb is I throw it. It is simple. And there's specific mouth morphemes you want to know in ASL. Like, for example, if you're signing big, you would go cha. Or, oh my gosh, my phone is gonna fall. So okay. Or you could go ooh with your lips. Ooh, like then, or cha. Now with mouth morphemes, there's 200 different kinds of mouth morphemes. So there's like a lot of mouth morphemes. I can make a whole video on mouth morphemes and how to use mouth morphemes. But the most simplest way, for ASL grammar, I want to use some like practical experience, like right now. Oh, I forgot. In ASL, you want to put the time first. Always the time is first in ASL. So you can go time, topic, comment. So let me use a real life example. Like today I'm going to the doctor at 2:40. So I can sign 2:40, doctor, I go. So the time is 2:40. And then the doctor is the subject, and then the comment is I go. That's simple. So it's time, topic, comment. That is the simplest way I can describe it to people. Time, topic, comment. And the hard thing about interpreting is that you have to hear the English and then change it into another language. So the words come at you like really, really fast, and you're trying to catch all the words, and it's really hard to catch all the words. So what you want to do is you want to visualize. When you're interpreting, use a little bit of lag time and visualize what it is that's being said. And then it's almost like a story that's going on in your head. And then once you got that story that's going on in your head, then you want to recreate it in another language. So interpreting is a complex process. It's difficult. So it's not an easy job. And there's a lot of people like online that are just making random ASL music videos. I made an ASL video like recently just about the Supremes, and just for fun, but they do the words, but they're supposed to, like in mainstream deaf culture, there is no music. It's all storytelling and poetry. So you have to be able to tell a story through your songs, and it can be very, very complicated. Usually it takes about an interpreter, a professional interpreter, a couple weeks to gloss out the song beforehand, and then to be able to recreate it into another language, put it into sign language. I didn't do that for the last song. I just kind of winged it, but I was trying to use some of the more ASL concepts and stuff like that. So if you really guys want to really learn sign language, it's best to take a class in ASL and also get out in the deaf community. Like school, you can take up a class and get out in the deaf community and sign. Both is important. Like both. I informed ASL students, if you are serious about learning sign language, you want to get out in the deaf community. Also, I want to reiterate one thing, that when you're doing the WH questions, like the WH questions, for example, like who, what, when, where, and why, you want to have your eyebrows down. Like who, what, when, where, and why. That's important. That's to indicate that you have a question. Say put the yes or no, like yes or no. It's indicating like yes or no. You're trying to get some information from someone. So yeah, that's like basic ASL grammar. So yeah, I'm gonna go to the doctors, and I have some nasal polyps that I found out I had some nasal polyps, and they might have to like surgically remove some of them. So I'm like a little bit nervous about that, whether I'm gonna have to have surgery or whether I'm gonna get antibiotics. I don't know. I've been having some problems with my ears and my ringing in my ears for the past couple of years, so I'm hoping that like either surgery or medication will help. But yeah, so like I'm a little bit nervous about that. But that's one thing I do. Like I work in hospitals, so I'm interpreting at hospitals now, and I go in, I meet a whole bunch of clients. A lot of the people like I already know. A lot of people I see like out in the community. Like that's one thing about going to deaf events. Like if you want to be an interpreter, that like you're gonna run into people that like out in the community, out everywhere, because the deaf community is really small. And yeah, so confidentiality is like number one when you're interpreting. That's like one of the most important things, is like you keep your mouth shut. So yeah, I'm really grateful to have this channel and be able to talk and just share whatever knowledge I have, because I used to work at the naval base in Seal Beach, where I was working with 4 people who were deaf and hard of hearing, and they were teaching me sign language. And as time gone on, I got better and better, and I started to improve my sign. And it was really kind of difficult because they were pretty hard on me, like they were telling me that like my sign language sucked and I wasn't that good and this and that, and I'll never be an interpreter. But that just like motivated me to like want to interpret. So that's when I decided to join a community college that was with an ITP program, and I went through the program. But I also had a roommate who was deaf, so I was signing all the time. I was signing at work, I was signing at school, I was going to at least 2 or 3 deaf events a week. The deaf events used to be really good back then, like before COVID. there was hundreds of people that showed up at the events. Now after COVID is over, a lot of people, they don't go because at the community colleges and the universities, they don't make it a requirement anymore. So after COVID, they don't make it a requirement anymore. So now many people are having in the ASL classes, used to be required to go and then write a 2-page essay on your event. Now that's not even required. So now all you have to do is like go on to Zoom, and like you don't really get anything out of it. That's not how you learn sign. You learn sign language by interacting with the deaf community on a regular basis, like all the time. Like, one of the best things you can do is to have deaf friends and to go out and hang out and sign with them. And usually a lot of them are very welcoming, especially to like new signers and stuff like that. So I wouldn't be nervous. I see a lot of ASL students that are like super nervous about going to like the events, but you don't need to be nervous about going to deaf events. Like, it's everybody there is usually pretty nice, and they'll be very patient with you as far as your learning and everything like that. So right now I'm working with a second grader at Rosewood Elementary School. I'm working as a one-on-one as an interpreter. So it's kind of cool because I had him in the first grade, and I'm really hoping that I can continue with the same student and see him graduate. But his mom might be transferring him to another school in LA, a big deaf school, and hopefully I get to follow. If not, I'll be transferred somewhere else, because I don't work for the district. I work for an agency, so I have to negotiate with the agency. I have to negotiate, like the pay and everything, like where I want to work and all that stuff. So that's the one thing. Like, if you're interpreting for the school district, that's the only two places you need to be certified as an interpreter, like in the school or in the courts. So those are the two areas that like require certification, and specifically K through 12th grade. But if you want to interpret a community college or university, you're not required a certificate to be certified, which is a little bit strange because college is a little bit more advanced. K through 12, I guess they want interpreters to be really good and certified at K through 12, because that's how the little kids, the language and developing their language. If they have bad interpreters K through 12, then their language and their skills, they're afraid that they're gonna deaf students are gonna be left behind, which I kind of understand. But I think the standard needs to be a little bit higher for community colleges and for universities, because a lot of deaf people don't have good interpreters in the colleges. So yeah. So anyways, I can give some more examples of like the ASL grammar. And basically, yeah, it's just subject, predicate, like topic, comment, or time, topic, comment. So like, for example, this Friday, I'm going to the block of Orange. That is an outdoor shopping area, specifically at Starbucks. So I can sign now Friday. I don't have to sign this Friday. That's a little bit more English. Now Friday, block, I go. There's going to be a deaf gathering. As many deaf people and hearing students, they're going to come together and hang out. So that would be more in ASL. So on my shorts, I'm using SimCom. So I'm talking and signing at the same time. That's not ASL, that's English. So right now I'm trying to explain the ASL and the grammar, But ASL is a visual language, so you have to set things up in space. For example, let's just say a woman is sitting here, a man is standing here, man is standing here, and then woman has a ball, the women ball throw, the man catch. Woman ball throw, the man catch. See, you have to set things up in space. So it's completely visual. Deaf people think in visual, they think in pictures. Hearing people think in words. So when you're signing in ASL, you gotta be able to visualize what you're saying. That's why in my interpreting program, I believe my teacher, he always had us draw pictures, draw pictures, draw pictures. All the time, keep drawing pictures, because you're trying to paint a picture. When you're interpreting, you're trying to paint a picture. It's more like artwork. If you know what you're looking at, it's really beautiful. It's really beautiful artwork that you're creating. You're not just going word for word for word for word. You're trying to paint a picture of what it means. And that's the thing. So for example, I can say maybe this Saturday, my friend, us two, we're gonna go hang out. And I can use a rhetorical question like where. We're gonna go to Knott's Berry Farm. Knott's Berry Farm. See, that would be an example of time, topic, comment. This Saturday, my friend, subject, us two, comment, go to Knott's Berry Farm. Why? Using a rhetorical question. We're gonna go out and hang out, go on rides or whatever. I can just list off all the things that like we're gonna do. So that's the thing. So I think that having a good vocabulary, like even if you're signing more in English word order, like deaf people are still going to understand. Like, your goal is to put everything into ASL, of course, but building up a strong vocabulary will definitely help. When you're interacting with deaf people. Some of them do know how to read lips, but you don't want to count on that. So just having a really good, strong foundation of like your vocabulary and getting out there with other deaf people and learning as much vocabulary as possible, that's good. You can learn a lot on YouTube, but it's best if you can take a class with a deaf instructor. You can learn more with the voice off and to be like more fully immersed into the language, the culture, everything. So that's the goal, is to like get out and to start taking classes in ASL, and also at the same time interact with the deaf community. So I can do a couple more, like grammar sentences. So let's just say tomorrow morning, I'm going to go to school tomorrow morning. I'm not going to school tomorrow morning, but I'm just going to say this is how I'm going to sign it in ASL. Tomorrow morning, I go school. So I start with tomorrow morning, and then I, being the subject, go to school. Tomorrow morning, I go to school. So that's another example of topic comment. Or no, time topic comment, is I'm using tomorrow morning being the time, I being the subject, and then what am I doing? I'm going to school. So that's a simple way of explaining the grammar and everything. So yeah, hopefully this video has been useful and you can use some of the tools that you learned here. So I thank you for watching my video. I hope all of you have a wonderful day and night. Please like and subscribe for more videos. I will see you in the next video. Bye.